And welcome back into Mariners Minute, this post-game edition as the Mariners take home a big win over the Bowling Braves. Final score of 8-5. I'm Thomas Enzarello alongside broadcasting partner Austin Rooney. And Austin, another solid outing from Ricky DeVito, who went 5 strong, getting still out a couple of runs, but looked pretty good on the mound tonight.
He did, and he clinches the playoff berth for the Harwich Mariners tonight as they officially win, and they will be headed to the playoffs in early August, and it's good for the team. It's going to be really good. I talked to Logan Driscoll after the game specifically about making the playoffs, and he said he's really excited. He said, a lot of players are worn out. It's tough. It's deep in the season, but they're still fighting and still want to make these playoffs. And now specifically regarding Ricky DeVito and his start tonight, he battled tonight. He was just like a lot of these other players in the team who are, getting deep into the season. He runs into a little trouble early, but afterwards he gets back. He probably doesn't have his best stuff tonight. And, in the third and fourth innings, he had 1, 2, 3 innings and looked really, really good. Had some good stuff later on. Showed a nice curveball and a decent fastball, although he ran into some trouble early.
He did retire the final 10 of the 11 hitters that he faced in this game. Remember, Bourne scored 2 runs in the first inning to go up, but not much offense going thereafter. And talking about the bats this time around, the bats came alive, not really early on, but a couple big innings. Kind of we saw what Chatham do to us. Tonight, the Mariners went the opposite and did to Bourne.
That's right. The Mariners' bats came alive, specifically in the latter 4 innings of tonight's ballgame. The Mariners were scoreless through the first 5, and they had very, very few opportunities through those first 5 innings. And then once the 6th inning came along, the Mariners got hit after hit after hit. They had 5 consecutive singles, and they just were driving in runs consistently, and that's what the Mariners really needed at that point in the game because they took a 4-2 lead at that point. Afterwards, the Bourne Braves were able to come back, scored a couple of runs, and tied the game. And the Bourne Braves eventually took the lead 5-4, but it was the Mariners' resilience. We talked about it. Even though these guys are hurt, it's deep into the season. They played a lot of baseball. They're still fighting. They fought, got back into this game, tied at 5-5, and then put up 3 additional runs in the top of the 9th inning. And it shows it's the bottom of the lineup, in addition to the top of the order, that are really working well right now. Whether it's Logan Driscoll, who had a couple RBIs, Ben Norman had 3 RBIs. You go to the bottom of the order, guys like Debo, Gorski, and then of course you have the 1, 2, and 3 guys who've been consistent all year long with Lipsius, Shunk, and Morris. So again, this Mariners order is looking very deep right now. They're hitting, they're doing really well at the right time.
You talk about some of those guys, Norman and Driscoll Rings kind of brought in the clutch moments of this game, scoring them and playing a couple of runs. Really made the difference towards the latter half of the game. And Andrew Miziazzo came on to close things off and up doing so as the Mariners take a big victory over the Bourne Braves as the Mariners will be back in action tomorrow. Back at White House Field to take on the YD Red Sox. Game at 5:30. First pitch is. Pre-game show starts at 5:15, so we'll see then. And for my broadcast partner, Austin Thomas Enzarello, that'll do for us in this Mariners Minute post-game edition. We'll see you then.